So this can only mean one thing. The boycott is working, and they are getting scared that Black Friday is going to roll around and we're not going to spend. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex. And today we have the first public acknowledgement of the boycott by the Marvel Future Fight dev team. And now, it's not exactly what we wanted, but I can see some silver lining in here, so I'm going to try and remain positive because we saw the same thing 3 years ago with the Ultimate boycott. And I'll explain that a little bit later, but first I want to dive into exactly what this is. Short summary, we're asking for $1 and they gave us 10 cents. So we still need those 90 cents. We're not going to give up. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to rejoin the Star Creator Club, but you know, it's something. They've at least acknowledged that there is a boycott going on, so that has really good implications for us. So let's see what they're talking about here. First, we would like to thank our agents for sharing many opinions regarding the new update contents that have been added during the October update. Oh, we've been sharing many opinions. Oh, absolutely. Among the opinions, we have reviewed our agents' improvement suggestions regarding the CTP reforging. Yeah, I mean, they're putting it in the nicest language possible. We have decided to replace the required materials for changing options of certain CTP with other materials that are easier to obtain. So they know, see, and this is what we've always known in the back of our minds, is that the developers, they know what we're talking about. They know how to read our feedback and how to process it. They're just refusing, they are just choosing to say no the majority of the time, right? So please see the details below. CTP reforging option change announcement. This only applies to changing options of already reforged CTPs. Okay? Reforging an already reforged CTP will not be affected. So previously, when you're changing the options, basically what they've done is when you're changing the options of a mighty CTP, I don't know what the hell that means, but anyways, when you're changing the options of a mighty CTP, you're using an extreme obelisk plus gold. When you've already gotten a brilliant CTP, I guess there's two versions of reforged CTPs, you're still going to need to use a CTP. So this is basically, of the four things that we were asking for, right? We were asking them to remove the premium cost. Okay, remove the premium card cost from the card crafting reroll. Remove the crystal cost from the card crafting reroll and the stat locking. That's two things. Remove the CTPs from the reforging system. That's three things. And then give players more daily crystals and more comic cards to farm, because we can already farm enough extreme obelisks, but we need more comic cards to farm. So those are the four parts, right? It's a four-step process. Remove the P cards, remove the crystals, remove the CTPs, give players more crystals and cards to farm. They basically took one of those ideas, so 25% of what we were asking for, and they gave us 12.5%. So literally, my analogy of we're asking for $1 and they gave us 10 cents is not very far off. They're giving us 12% of what the boycott is asking for. And this is what's known as very crude negotiations, right? You're trying to hire someone and they want $50 an hour, and you say, okay, I'll give you $15 an hour. You're cutting them almost down to 25%, right? You're cutting them way down, and then, they come back, no, I want at least $40. Okay, I'll give you 25. Oh, okay, 35. And suddenly they're negotiating down from 50 to 30. They're cutting their own worth almost in half. So we're not going to do this. I'm not going to fall for this. I've been here before. You've been here before. Trust me when I say that this is a good sign. This is frustrating. On the one hand, this is frustrating because they know, and it shows that they can very easily change this system. But it also shows that they are so unwilling and they're so greedy to want to milk us of as much money as possible, right? Now, here's the thing. If they had done this and then they had said, in addition, we're going to be creating more ways for players to get CTPs of regeneration, CTPs of transcendence, and CTPs of energy, because those are the only three CTPs that you can reforge right now. You know, if they said that we're going to change the monthly CTP login chest, we're going to change this to a weekly event. So every week you're going to get a dimension chest every 7 days. Maybe I could come to the table on that change. That one change specifically. That doesn't change the other things. But maybe that would fix the reforging part of it. But they're not even trying. They're not even trying, right? They're giving you a car with one wheel. They're giving you a hamburger with nothing inside, just the buns. You know? I mean, in some situations the buns are nice, but anyways, in this situation it's not. So yeah, that's basically all this is the CTP reforging process, is the CTP reforging you know, system, is it fixed, Cynicalex? No. Does this mean the boycott is over? No. Does this mean the boycott won? No. Look at this. You still have to use, what's going on? Unlock this. Oh, I only have one. No, I have more than one. Okay, unlock this. Go over here, reforge. Look at this. You still have to use a CTP. We're not doing this. Hello, Marvel Future Fight. We're not doing this. You guys do not give us enough crystals in a month. You do not give us enough CTPs in a month for us to be doing this ever. This is a once in a lifetime thing. There are players who have played your game for 5 years and they have a couple of these. I only have more because I've spent thousands of dollars gambling on them, because I have a YouTube channel, because I'm a content creator. I am not your player base. I am an anomaly. Players like me, players like Seaton, we are, you know, we are shooting stars as far as what how you should be building your game. You shouldn't be building your game to accommodate or to sort of to be built around my roster and my inventory. No, this is not what the average player's inventory looks like. And I'm not even going to do this. I could do this, and I'm not even going to do it because it's disgusting. You need a reality check. They need a serious reality check if they think that players are going to do this. This is bananas. It's absolutely bananas. It's like going to someone and being like, you know, a guy who's worked at the same job for 25 years. He has a house and a family, and he's got one car. And they're like, hey, why don't you just impound your car? And if you impound your car, I'll give you a chance at a better car. It's like, bro, I've worked for 25 years. I bought this car. I put a down payment on it. I paid it off monthly. And now you want me to impound it? Just destroy this car? People have been playing for years, and they have a couple of these. A couple. 2, 3, maybe. And you want them to sacrifice those for what? Are you crazy? Like, this is akin to the joke that I made. I made a joke when they first announced tier 3. I was like, yo, if you want a tier 3 Scarlet Witch, you have to delete Quicksilver. That's literally what they're telling us to do. That's literally a good analogy of what they want us to do. Oh, so you want to make your Silver Surfer stronger? Okay, just delete Odin from your roster and start all over again and rebuild him. You have to be out of your mind if you think I'm going to do that, if you think that anyone's going to do that. So it's very frustrating on the one hand when you think about how greedy they're being and how unreasonable they're being. And you also see them say stuff like, in order to provide a satisfying game, Marvel Future Fight will do our best to listen to our agents' opinions, right? They're blowing smoke with one hand and they're trying to rip your wallet out of your pocket with the other hand. But on the other hand, on the flip side, now I want to show you guys, and I want to, you know, give you that silver lining, that hope. And I want to show you some funny stuff here regarding where this boycott will go, because this means that the boycott is having success. They are negotiating. They are coming to the table. They are making tweaks because they are losing money. They are 100% losing money. So all of those people that you thought were using the CTP Reforge system, all of those rumors you heard about all the whales spending money was obviously a lie. Because think about it. If the boycott wasn't working, why would they do this, right? So this can only mean one thing. The boycott is working, and they are getting scared that Black Friday is going to roll around and we're not going to spend. And their earnings are going to keep dropping, and the shareholders and Marvel are going to knock on their door and be like, listen, devs, what are you guys doing? You guys are trying to ruin the game here? We're trying to make money. It's the holiday season. This is when mobile games, this is when pretty much every kind of consumable product makes more money, right? From toilet paper to Tekken 7. So on top of that, right, they're trying to do the 1-2 punch, right? So they give you a little bit for the boycott, and they say, oh guys, the dollar deals are back. You've got to break the boycott for the dollar deals. Nice try, guys. Nice try. I'm not buying it. You should be giving us those crystals for free. You have not increased the daily crystals for players in years, and it's disgusting. Contest of Champions is more generous to their players, and you do have to gamble for characters if you want them early in that game. So don't give in, please. I'm asking you now. I'm giving you. You know, I'm once again asking the whole Bernie Sanders meme. I'm no longer asking. I'm asking you to hang on. The boycott is 100% working. I truly believe that it is, and I do believe that if we continue to do exactly what we've been doing, which is to leave a 1-star review on the App Store, Play Store, and to not spend a single dollar in the game, that they will come back to the table in a week or less, and they will have more changes to come. Now, let me show you what happened 3 years ago when we made a big fuss about the Ultimates update. Now, the Ultimates update was a little bit different because just the circumstances of the update were different, and it's a pretty funny pause there. I did that on purpose. But it was different circumstances. You know, Danny Koo got involved, Bill Roseman got involved from Marvel because it was just a different conversation, right? This conversation is a bit more complicated. It's a bit more nuanced with the CTP reforging and the crafting system. It's very hard for people that don't play this game to really understand what this boycott is about. It's not not a very accessible topic for casual players or outsiders. Whereas with this topic back in 2017, it was, you know, loot box gambling. And loot box gambling was a really hot topic in 2017 because of Star Wars Battlefront 2 and EA, and they were getting all this flack from the online community. So it was basically like the perfect storm of attention for Marvel Future Fight to get hammered by the boycott and the backlash to this gambling. And so I had some pretty clickbaity, pretty spicy titles like Marvel bribes players to start gambling, and you know, Marvel is trying to use their IP to get kids to gamble. I was out for blood. Okay, I was being a bit of a savage. But essentially, what I want to show you is that they did the exact same thing 3 years ago. Now, the timing of this one was a little bit closer, and that's maybe why people feel a bit drained and a bit tired of this boycott, because this news is coming to us like 2 weeks after the boycott started. So we've had to hang on for 2 weeks, and I'm proud of you guys for hanging on for this long. Whereas this post happened, I think, 1 or 2 days after the update. But basically what happened is a couple days after the update, when the boycott was like, you know, in its full power right at the beginning, oh, here we go. We're going to be making a small server patch to give away some adjustments in the game. What a coincidence. Where have we heard that before? We're going to be making some adjustments. Huh. Wow, you guys are going to adjust some things? That's really cool. Interesting. You want to make some adjustments. Okay. Cool. What were the adjustments? So basically what they did for the Ultimates chest, which if you guys don't remember, it was a chest that you could gamble on to get the characters. I don't think I showed in this video, just my weird face the whole time. But yeah, so there was a chest in the store. You could go to the store and there was an Ultimates chest where you could potentially get Ant-Man, Blue Marvel, and Nova. It was over here, and it was like the card chest or the custom gear chest. It wasn't actually over here. It was over here. No, it was over, yeah, it was over here. So it was like this chest, basically, right? And so what they did was, instead of having just the regular chest, which had a regular % chance to get the Ultimates, the sort of change that they made was that they said your first draw will guarantee you a 6-star character of any of the Ultimates hero exclusive characters. So the first draw would guarantee you either Ant-Man, Nova, or Blue Marvel, even though they were giving Blue Marvel away in the story mode. If you draw 3 times, you will guarantee to get another Ultimate character. Which is either Ant-Man, Blue Marvel, or Nova. So if you drew 3 times, you get 2 chances. But you could get the same character twice. So you could have gotten Blue Marvel and then Blue Marvel again. And then they also, as compensation and apology, we will be giving you 1,750 crystals for free. They gave every player in the game, regardless if you had spent money or not, 1,750 crystals. Yeah. So it was crazy. But that did not stop the boycott. And it was really impressive to see people take this notice and basically shove it in the toilet and flush it down the toilet. Now they're trying a different tactic where they're ignoring us, and then they're trying to make a very, very small change weeks later. What's the difference? Like, how can I really explain the difference here? It's basically just the age of the game, right? In 2017, the game was still fairly new. The game had only been out for about 2.5 years, and Infinity War was right around the corner, right? Marvel's Infinity War was right around the corner. Captain Marvel movie was not too far off as well. Actually, no, Captain Marvel movie was 2019. Never mind. Black Panther. The Black Panther movie was right around the corner, and Infinity War was right around the corner. So Marvel Future Fight and the team, they probably felt tremendous pressure to fix this and to reestablish good, you know, relations with the player base before that time, and they didn't want to drag it out. Now they have all the time in the world, right? So they are going to take this slow. They're going to try to drag this out. They're going to try to get us to fatigue, right? They want this to go 12 rounds with the FBI. They want us to basically just get tired and give in. I'm not going to give in. I don't care. I'm not stopping until they give us 100% of what we wanted. Just to remind you one more time, premium cards are taken out of the card crafting. crystal cost is taken out and removed from the card crafting and card stat re-rolling of that system. The CTPs are completely removed from the reforging system. Now, and that doesn't mean that the reforging system gets removed. What it means is that if you want to reforge a CTP, you have to use obelisks. The only way I'm ever going to use CTPs to reforge other CTPs is if you're giving players CTPs every single week. So honestly, it's got to be even more than that, but you got to be giving players at least 4 or 5 CTPs a month. It has to be. There's just no way in hell otherwise. This is way too rare of a resource for us to be sacrificing it. This is like one of the rarest reasons. This might be the rarest resource in the game. There's just no way. There's just no way. So CTPs have to be removed from the reforging system, and we have to only use extreme obelisks and other, items or whatever you want, but just not rare items like that. And then players need to be given more crystals and more comic cards to farm. That is the goal of the boycott. These are reasonable goals. These are goals that we can achieve and that we will achieve if we stick to our guns. So that's all we got to do, guys, is stick to it and not spend any money. Leave those 1-star reviews, and this right here we will be seeing this again. We will be seeing another post like this before too long, and they will be making more changes, and then eventually we will get them. It's like pushing a donkey. They're gonna fight you. They're gonna be stubborn. They're gonna dig in their heels. All you got to do is just keep gently pushing, right? We'll get there. We will get there. I do promise you, we will get there. So yeah, and just to remind you guys, in case you're wondering, in case you're seeing this now and you're like, man, after 2 days of the Ultimates boycott, they gave everyone 1,700 crystals. Man, that boycott was so successful. Not really. If you go back and you look at my videos, and I went back and looked, yes, I like my own videos. This is December 23rd. This was a month after the update. Tone Deaf Christmas. Why was I upset? They were giving away tons of stuff for Christmas. They were giving away free CTP pulls and free Christmas card, free premium card pulls, where they would basically give you these tokens and you could use these tokens to gamble. So it was essentially free. But why was I upset? Because they still hadn't taken the ultimates out of the ultimates chest out of the shop. At this point in the game, at this point in the boycott, we had already gotten them to put the ultimates in the processor, but the chest was still in the game. The chest was still in the shop, and you could still gamble your crystals. That's why I still hadn't spent my crystals, because the chest was still there. They were still trying to milk the chest. They were still trying to trick players, and there were still some new content creators to Marvel Future Fight that joined, and they spent money on that, and then they got flamed by the community, and it was a bad look for the community to sort of attack those players. But they were doing that like a month later, a month after the boycott started. They were still trying their tricks to rip off players. So you got to have patience. You got to have patience 100%. But I promise, if you do, we will get the changes. We will see the changes that we want in the game. We're doing this for the betterment of the game. We're doing this for the future of the game. We're doing this for the health of the game. Okay, we're not trying to destroy the game. We're just trying to make the game better, not worse. So yeah, that's the update. It's a bit of a doozy, but it's a really good sign, in my opinion. It's bad that they're not listening all the way, but it's really good that they've acknowledged that there is a table to come to negotiate, because now that we know that they're listening, in my opinion, this really invigorates me and gives me more energy to continue the boycott and to, not give in and not give up even an inch. So yeah, I could do this all day. We could do this all day, right? The little cap thing. Hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.